contrast, you know. And yes, it opens my heart. 1000%. I feel my heart opened, you know. I think I'm on the right. Make sure. I wonder if I'm on the wrong account. I think I am. Weird. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, we're on the right account, guys. I thought I wasn't for a moment. Hey, Caden, nice. What's happening? What's happening? Bacon leader, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Interesting times, everybody. Interesting times, to say the least. You know, I'm pretty good. And, you know, interesting times, I'll say that, to say the least. How, well, you know, it's exciting, yet many moments where I'm experiencing my heart being opened. And having compassion for people on their journey and where they're at. And realizing that every situation and experience that we are going through, whether it be for us or for somebody else, it's challenging, man. Not sure what you mean, Caden. I mean, for like compassion for others, like my heart being open to compassion for others, like going through challenging moments when they don't realize why it's happening. And yeah, it's a tough, it's challenging, man, especially with family. Welcome from Brazil. How you doing? How you all doing? How is everybody doing? I like some country music. Okay, then I wouldn't necessarily call them aliens. Extraterrestrials, higher dimensional beings. I mean, they're real. I communicate with them. What is your thoughts on them? I mean, we all do. They're wanting to communicate. I mean, the main thing is you can't be in your heart and your ego at the same time. You have to be in your heart space where there is essentially only love, and you have to believe. I mean, those are the two biggest things. Acai, acai, straight from Brazil. I mean, if acai is from Brazil. I'm from a far, far away place. I'm in North Carolina right now. It's acai. Now we don't need any mods right now. I mean, we have mods. Um, I mean, I trust them all. It's all your perception, man. Um, it's how you perceive it. Um, I don't know, man. I like anything to do with water, to be honest. I'm eating acai. and it's got a little bit of granola in it. I didn't put the fruit in. I've been getting strawberries, and lately they've been molding really quickly. I've never played water polo. I've watched it. A husband. That's cool, man. Water balloons, yeah. Water gun fight. I think there's already been life there. I don't have a drug of choice. I think there's already been life there. Um, I think that there's life on many planets. I believe that it's been for a long, long time. And if you all are vibing with the channel, man, tap that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. You know, we got 83 people in here and only 10 likes, man. Tap that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're vibing. I believe there's always been life on other planets. Oh, hey, from the UK. What's going on? We're in the UK. Grand Rising, brother. Eric from Mississippi. How you doing, man? What type of life? I mean, anything you want it to be. Julie, what's going on? Welcome back. Um, I believe that we're all good people at heart. Now the weather is great today, actually. It's pretty sunny. It's a little bit on the cool side, but it's good. It's warmer than it was yesterday. Welcome everybody to the live, man. Thank you for tapping the like button, everybody. Did you guys get a chance to check out Luna's live last night? Maybe you're right. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you, man. Like the page. There's 86 people in here. / ASMR, right? I did I did some I used some beard oil today, so I don't know if you guys notice the shininess. Good morning. Grand Rising cars. I don't know what you mean by that. Grand Rising. You're new here? Well, thank you for stopping by Sketchy Arts. No, I trust in myself, man. Grand Rising, Troy. How's everybody doing, man? Happy Saturday. We got 84 people in here. Tap that like button, subscribe to the channel. Um, I mean, Panda Young, Daren is a Viking and a Vema Smith. Hi, Daren. It's Verna from South Africa. What's the topic? How you doing from South Africa? Like and subscribe, y'all. Thank you, Level Up Trucking LLC. I appreciate you, brother. Has a beard from the gods. Thank you. Well, you know what? I'm going to be grooming it a little bit, you know? I'm going to go to the barber shop. Not today, though. But I'm eating in the car, Cloud9, but you eat in your kitchen, right? What's the difference? Thank you for subbing, Level Up. Thank you for subbing. Thank you all 100 people in here. I mean, I just want to like get into a topic, you know, because I definitely had a challenging morning this morning. And I'd venture to say yesterday and today. And yet I'm still in my heart. I still know who I am. But yeah, it's definitely it definitely opened my heart, man. Let's just say that. Opened my heart, cracked my heart open. Well, because there's a large percentage of humanity, it's especially challenging when it's like close family, you know, and you see things from a different perspective, and yet they don't. And then yet you're on like a different frequency and you're not in alignment. And yet you can't get them to understand anything different or understand you for that matter. And these moments that we have this contrast, which I've definitely been shown contrast like the last couple days and today especially, And yet I know that the contrast is being shown to us so that we can see the more difficult, challenging things, but then see things much easier. That there is things much easier. And I mean, yeah, that's what like our soul wants, like our soul's like, yeah, give it to me, and I I know there's a lot of people in here that are awake and conscious, and yet there's so many that are still not awake and conscious, but that's not my place to judge where they're at. And that goes with my own family. And as much as we want them to understand us and wake up and and realize, like, come on, like, when are you going to wake up? When and then you're getting entangled in their story. I don't know how to really explain this in the best way. I'm trying to find the words to explain it in the best way I can. I can say I found myself getting triggered this morning, and the last, I would say, maybe periodically throughout this week. And did I react in the way that I used to react? No. Was I more in my heart and breathing? Yes. Did it still not make it easy to, watch someone become emotional and essentially struggling? No, that's not easy to observe. And I'm not going to say that it is. Especially when you have a close tie with someone. No, I don't feel triggered. I feel extremely calm, actually. Um, no, definitely not, man. Definitely not, Panda Young. um, well, IDK, um, well, the best advice, man, just as all of us, I mean, we came here. We came here and we chose this to be here at this time, to play a role, to play a part for our souls to evolve and expand, to experience the contrast, um, the light and dark, the challenging and easy, I mean, hey, what's up, Presley? What's going on, man? You came in just in time, my friend, because there's a lot of people in here. Yeah, I don't, I mean, listen, this is a no judgment zone, and I'm not going to, judge anyone for their beliefs. If you believe that, you believe that, you know. I no one was like, you know, tied up and forced to come down and be in a physical body and be in physical form. You know, your soul chose it, which is you. When we don't, it's just ego and from hurt and pain that we've experienced, you know, that we want to turn to like a victim mode, you know, and blame everybody else for why we're where we are. I take full responsibility for where I am. Is there times that it's extremely challenging? Yes. But do I go to that place where any longer where I'm like, no, you did this to me and blah, blah, blah. No, I don't do that anymore. I realize that that's just giving your power away. No matter what happens, no matter how challenging it is, no matter how difficult it is, you shine your light bright. Stand in your power, knowing that you came here and you chose to be here at this time, to be a part of this shift. Just as we all did. And, oh great, my phone is dimming out. Hold on, man. I can definitely say that something that has really helped me and helped me today with how I didn't react. I did react and I didn't. I reacted a lot differently than I have in the past. And, but I can tell you that coming back to the breath and breathing can help you to not feeling lost and confused and why are you here? Because you can't figure that out. See, the problem, the thing that I'm noticing is, first of all, you can't be in the head and in the heart at the same time, because that's the ego, and then your heart is essentially connecting to oneness, to your soul, you know, leading you and guiding you. So it's the moment that you're trying to figure out and understand, which a lot of us spend a lot of time in the head and not in the heart. It becomes much more difficult to get the clarity, to get the understanding, to be led and guided every step of the way. And it's something that you have to practice, because so many of us are so used to being in the head, not in the heart. And fortunately, I had a moment of pause between having a certain conversation. And I just kept repeating to myself, I know who I am, and I kept breathing. And I kept focusing on my heart before responding. And I definitely said things that were just on my mind, but from my heart space, you know. Yeah, exactly. G Lee, exactly. The silence, the stillness is key. Like I took a pause between me responding, you know, and I just kept breathing into my heart, focusing on my heart, you know, and yeah, but you know what, man? YouTube agent, I think that's what your name is. You can't run, man, from it. It's gonna follow you, man. That's called running from yourself, and I can tell you from my own experiences, man, trying to do that, you'll just experience it with someone else, where essentially it's like the soul changed bodies, and you're now experiencing it with someone else. Yeah, but it's not the same thing, Lou Beanie. We're referring to like silence in a way that you can hear the whispers of your soul. Yeah, man, G Lee, exactly. I love this. I'm doing it all the time. Yeah, me too. And it's really interesting because people wonder what you're doing and they question, and I hear it from the grapevine, like, I heard different things about people asking, oh, what are you doing? Like, why you sit there all day or whatever, and it's interesting because people don't understand, and I know what that is like because I experienced that myself many, many years ago. And I would wonder, what are people doing? What are they doing? And it's quite literally, it's all about going within, but again, if you aren't familiar or don't understand what that really is, you're going to be wondering and questioning. And it's really just the best way. It's just being silent and removing any and all distractions, even if it's for 1 minute or 5 minutes, and just listening. And the more and more you do that, the more and more you will focus on your breath, which then takes you inward. But the way to the inward messages is with your eyes closed. It's important to close your eyes because that is what allows you to go within. You're not externalizing everything. So it's like when people meditate, they listen. Hey, Luna, welcome to the live. I didn't even know you were here until I saw that screenshot you sent me too. Yeah, it's like, so it required me this morning to go within with what I was experiencing, and to breathe so that I can be grounded, centered, and in my heart, so that I respond from a heart-centered place, not from the ego, not from reactive mode, but from the heart. And yes, it was challenging. Because it's like, it's so different. I find it that if you come across Lane, no, I never heard of that person. I think I said hello to you, Presley. Pretty sure I did. I don't know if you can see, I did beard oil, and it actually smells pretty good. Do I have it with me? No, I don't. I'll tell you what, man, the brand is really good. I had this other brand that was like a vanilla flavor, and it really was giving me like, it was too strong and too powerful. It was getting like, if you smelled it too long, it's like going into those perfume sections in the mall, and you're in those areas too long. But this stuff is like cedar. It almost smells like that one essential oil, the thieves. It almost smells like thieves. We have our conscious mind, and we have our deeper unconscious mind that we connect to when we get out of the trap of constant rumination. Yeah, I agree. Very well said, man. G Lee. Goku, I don't know what that is. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, well, again, that's where the practice with going in the heart and breathing and going in the heart and breathing and going in the heart, dropping out of the head and into the heart, and constantly continuing to practice that, because it does take practice. It takes continuous practice. And it's like those moments when you think that you've mastered it, and then, and then you get pulled out. But then how quickly can you drop back in? How quickly can you breathe into the heart? Because again, there's only love in the heart, and there's no fear, there's no there's no there's no fear and love in the heart at the same time. So, anyone at this time, man, feeling lost or confused or struggling, the heart space, man, breathe into the heart. Ian Magnificent talks about the left and the right brain and how we have lost a sense of the sacred in our Western culture. I really recommend checking out one of his talks if you get a chance. Yeah, I definitely will, man. I'm going to actually screenshot that. Shoot. I definitely will. I'm always open to expanding my mind, and but and see, here's the other thing, man. I went for a walk after everything unfolded, so to speak, and I just started realizing, like I have the power to shift my energy because I'm creating my reality. And yet sometimes, man, it's just, you yeah, I don't even know how to really, without really going into depth about it. I will on another live, I think, because I need time to process everything before I really, speak on it. But I've given kind of a little bit of insight, and I just need some time to process what went down and what unfolded, and what's best for me. In what way do I proceed, but not from the mind, from the heart. Because as I said, it cracked me open and I felt so much compassion and love, and yeah. And that's exactly why so many of us have come here. And like I said, man, if you're on this live and you're lost and confused, man, you're a starseed, you're a way shower. You came here to volunteer, to be here at this time, to wake up humanity, to be a part of it, to shine your light bright, because most of us have gone through a lot of contrast. And we all came here at this time because we chose to come here at this time, to be a part of this massive shift that humanity's going through. And I know I say this a million times, but it's like there's new people coming on here every day and they're lost and confused and don't understand. But I can tell you the one biggest thing is dropping into your heart. Let your heart lead the way, not your mind, because you can't it's going to get more and more challenging and difficult to use your head to try to figure it out and understand it. You have to lead from the heart. You have to breathe into the heart, focus on the heart, lead from the heart. And stillness. Stillness is the access point. Taking time to be still, to let go of the distractions and go within. Close your eyes, breathe, and go within. It's so important right now. Because I can't even understand or try to figure out why certain things are happening. But does that mean that I'm not going to get more clarity? Of course I will. The more still you are, the less distracted you are, the more in your heart, the more clarity and understanding you will receive. And that just goes with everything, with anything and everything. So it's really, 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 really important, man. And if you're on this live, you're on this live for a reason, you're on this live because you're meant to hear these, I don't even, you know what? I haven't even been seeing you guys' messages, man, because it was like, I wasn't even scrolling. Oh, no way, man. Truth. Interesting. You use pure castor oil and cold filtered coconut oil on your beard. Love my results. Wow. So is it like really smooth? Truth Med. I bought this beard oil, man, and it's just, the smell is too overpowering. And it's like, I had to immediately like wash it out. That's an interesting combination. I never even thought to try coconut oil. Yeah, Jay Lee, I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, it's like from the heart, man. Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this. No, I don't agree with that, Lou Beanie. I don't agree with that. That's your perception, man. But I respect your opinion. Is smooth and leaves your beard with sheen. Oh, really cool, man. Well, I don't know if you noticed mine, but it's not really that great, but it smells decent enough, Yeah, man, I agree. I agree. That's what it's all about, man. Self-empowerment, What to do if I stopped? Oh, well, you don't abuse anybody, man. And I'm gonna have to just send you off, my friend, because I don't tolerate that kind of stuff here. Maybe I put the wrong person out. I apologize if I did, but no, it's the same person, man. Oh, it's night for you. Well, that's great, man. It's morning. It's daytime here, and it's a beautiful day, in fact. And yeah, I mean the number one and most best advice I can give is being in your heart. Truly being in your heart, and that's. I am from India, and yeah, for some reason it's not like moving the chat. And see, here's the thing. When you experience the contrast like I did, it gives you a reminder of what areas maybe you can improve, what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, what you're okay with, tolerating, and what you're not okay with tolerating. It really gives you a new perspective, and that's kind of why a lot of these different things occur, so that we can wake up and realize, like, oh wait, maybe I'm too codependent in that area, maybe I'm people pleasing in this area, maybe I'm trying not to cause any conflict, so I'm the word people would say is like walking on eggshells. maybe whatever it is, it's clearly 100% giving you contrast so that you can see in what areas maybe you want to change in your own life, and where you can pivot, where you can make improvements, where maybe you were being too harsh in some way and you didn't, maybe you weren't in your heart. Maybe you were in your head and you were reactive, and the other person is giving you that contrast in that mirror to show you, hey, maybe you could have more compassion. Because what I realized today is someone can completely mask what they're actually going through, and where actually they're holding it all in and they're not really being upfront about as to what they're going through. And you really truly don't know what someone's really going through until they actually say it. And that's why I realized many, many years ago to have compassion for everyone, because it's like the ones going through stuff mentally, you'll never know. You'll never know. But it's like people will help someone that they see physically walking with crutches. They'll be like, oh, let me get the door for you. But it's like someone else going through something mentally or emotionally, it's like you're just ignored, and or it's ignored, and you just literally never know what someone's going through, and why they're acting the way they're acting, or why they're responding or trolling or whatever the case may be. You just never know what they're going through internally. And it's like that's the perspective that I have lived with since I went through stuff mentally and emotionally. I would venture to say probably like majority of my life, it's been mostly mental and emotional. And since I was a little kid, and I was just told to not speak on it and just keep it to myself. And, there's nothing wrong with you and blah, blah, blah. And, and so I would just keep pushing it down and suppressing it. And then I would just explode because I had no outlet to express those things. And then you don't even, like, someone doesn't even have any idea why you're exploding on them. And usually it has nothing to even do with them. It has to do with the stuff that you haven't wanted to deal with. So it's like, I mean, literally, I used to get so mad at people taking my parking spot or cutting me off on the highway. And now, over the years, I've opened my heart so much that to the point where, and even the people that come on here and troll, I have immense compassion for every single human on this planet right now, and that has been on this planet and chose to be here. I have so much compassion and empathy for every single individual here because it is challenging. And especially when so many of humanity forgot. So much of humanity forgot who they are and even why they're here. And I know how challenging it is to even figure out or understand what you're even doing here. And I know that's the common question that everybody keeps asking. What is my purpose? Why am I here? I get it all the time in the BQH sessions. Everybody wants to ask their higher self why they're here and what they're here. What are they here to do? And it's such a common question. And like I said, a big part of it is the distractions that we have and we allow, that as to why we don't know why we're here, because our soul is always leading and guiding us. And it's so easy. And I mean, not only that, man, but your higher self and your guides and your angels are watching all the time. And when we sit here and we play victim and we say, well, I don't want to be here and I don't know why I'm here and blah, blah, blah. And, this person's doing this. And it's like the soul, the higher self knows where you're at and how many steps the higher self is ahead of you, knowing that the next step that you're going to take. But you're always being led and guided. But it's like we have so many distractions, man, these phones and games and people and just everything that just distracts us from going within and taking the time to go within. And then it's like most of the time, because you've been so distracted, you're scared to even go within to listen to what the soul is trying to tell you. And like I said, man, for many, many years, I didn't really know what meditation is. And meditation doesn't have to be you sitting down with your eyes closed, and breathing and just sitting there for hours and hours like monks do. Like that's not the only way to meditate. You can meditate just walking in nature in complete silence, because it's essentially the same thing. But obviously when you can close your eyes and go, that allows you to go inside yourself, to really, really hear the messages you're receiving and the guidance. And that's where you're going to get it. You're not going to, but again, you could get it from other people, other messages, other channelers. There's many different ways to receive it. But the most important way is you going within to get the guidance. Because you have the inner, no one else is going to be able to tell you what is right for you and what isn't right for you. Nobody but you. And the more and more humanity realizes to put away the distractions and to take time throughout their day and be in stillness, because stillness is the access point. And the more that we allow ourselves to go within, the easier your life is going to be going forward. Because you will, and then people are going to be like, what is that person doing? What are they doing? Lately, I've been getting it all the time. Like, people wonder what I'm doing and want to know, because it's another form of distraction. Like, oh, let me distract myself unconsciously, of course, but let me just distract myself with what is everybody else doing? You know what I mean? And that's the quickest way for life to pass you by. Worrying about what everybody else is doing instead of worrying about yourself and your journey and your path. Not worrying about all this other stuff that's happening in the world, but going within, getting the guidance and the answers from within. And that's why so many come on here and are lost and confused. And I know that what me and Luna are doing with the newer school is part of that, because I know that I'm here to assist the lost and confused, because I felt that way my entire life up until the last 5 to 10 years. And it hasn't been easy, and it hasn't been effortless. But now I realize that the only person that has the answers is me, within. And if you want just like the guidance and the steps forward, it's right here. It's all right here. I promise you that. And I appreciate everybody, man, who's on here, who's sticking around, who's listening. Tap that thumbs up, man. The thumbs up button in the top right hand corner, if it's in your top right hand corner. Subscribe to the channel. You know the vibes. If you're vibing with us, Luna just went live last night, and it was well, I didn't really fully get to see it. I was fast asleep, and but I can tell you right now, man, you're not going to understand or figure anything out from the mind. You could try, but it's going to get more and more difficult. It's going to require you and all of humanity to go in here, to be still, to put away the social media, to put away all this stuff, these distractions. And even if it's for 5 minutes a day, you will start to see the more and more you do it, the more answers you're going to get, the more guidance you're going to get, the more clarity, the more understanding, which will lead you inevitably to your purpose and why you're here. Because you just didn't come here for nothing, man. You didn't. You didn't. We all came here. We all have a purpose for being here, or you wouldn't be here. Your soul would have left, like, to connect with me on a deeper level from the other side, on and on as to the reasons why. And my mission, man, is just to spread love and to help and assist humanity to realize who they are, man. I really, really mean that, like, from the bottom of my heart, man. I have such compassion for just people feeling lost and confused and misunderstood. And that is a big part of my mission. You know, because as I said, man, I can remember the days when Eckhart Tolle's book came out, The New Earth, and I saw him on the Oprah Winfrey show, and I bought the book, and the book sat next to my bed collecting dust, and I never read it. And I couldn't even understand it, for that matter, at that time, whenever that was. It was like early 2000s. And quite literally, I kept hearing people talk about meditation and going within, and I'm like, what the F is that? Like, what is that? Like, I know what the hell they're talking about either. And you could be sitting here right now feeling the same exact way. Like, what is that? But I kid you not, man, the more time that you could turn off the radio while you're driving in your car and just be in silence, the more time you can walk in nature with no technology, like go in your neighborhood and walk around with no phone and no technology, no music, no nothing, just listen. Just that is the simplest way that I can explain. You will go within, you will be getting the guidance and the answers. Because a lot of this mumbo jumbo that people talk about, meditation and going within and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, not everybody's on that level at this point. You know, not everybody is on. I mean, there's so many, it is such a small percentage, you know, but there is a percentage. More are distracted by technology and everything around them, that they don't even give themselves 2 seconds to be in silence. And I get it, man, because I went through it. And I was confused and lost and misunderstood and bullied and, you know, on every kind of drug you can think of, and alcohol and everything, man. I went through it all, man. So it's like, it gives me such empathy for everyone, man. And it's like, I just want to help so many people, because, man, I saw my dad struggling at the end in 2022 when he transitioned from cancer and had it for the 3rd time. And I sat there trying to get him to understand. And yet he was such an open person, but he got pulled back in many different times. But he was awake in the 80s. You know, and I have such gratitude for him and my mom, you know, and especially what my mom's been going through since his passing. And it's like, I understand what it means not to understand. And yet a lot of the people that come on and troll just don't understand. And they're just confused and they're just lost. And why I am so grateful that so many trolls come on here and then they turn into, and I don't even like using the word trolls, because they're just like us. They're just as equal as anybody else, man. They're just going through something. They're just in pain. They're just suffering. But I want to be the beacon of light to show you that there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's light on the other side, man. That you can, if I could get there, then you could get there. Because 2017, man, I didn't think I was going to make it. No joke. I didn't think I was going to make it, man. I was literally at the point where I was like questioning everything, man. And like, what do I do? Like, how do I get out of here? You know? And it was interesting because what I was experiencing and what I was going through, my dad would even say, like, what are you going to do, Daren? Just lay there and like dig your grave and just lay there? Because what you're experiencing, you're going to have a long, long suffering, you know? And I never thought I would make it out of what I was experiencing. And then to experience it almost all over again a few years later, not even a few years, like a year later. I know that it took me down that road to build more confidence in myself, to build more strength within, to be more resilient so that I can be on here and help others, because I know that's what I'm here to do. I know that I'm meant to shine my light bright and to bring this wisdom forward and show that there is another way. And man, it touches my heart, man. You know, I have such love for humanity, man, for all of humanity. No matter what you're doing, I have love for all of humanity, because at the end of the day, man, it's like most have forgotten and they're just confused and lost. So they hurt other people because it gives them a temporary, the ability to avoid what they're experiencing. Does that give them the right to do it? No. But do I know why they're doing it? Yes. Do I have compassion and empathy for it? Yes. Do I have love for them? Yes. Regardless of, it's only words, regardless of what they say. And I can just say this, man, it's like, we are going through a massive shift, a massive transition. Like all of us, we're integrating, we're upgrading, we're activating things that we don't even know what it is, some of us, you know, but like there's so much more information now than there was when a lot of me and a lot of other people were going through stuff than there has been ever before, where you can get some kind of insight or information as to what you're experiencing and why you're experiencing it, even if you don't know how to go within and get the answers. But more and more people are speaking on it, are talking about it, are sharing from a place of love. And I just want to see all of us come together, man, and help each other and grow and evolve and expand. But just all of humanity to realize that we are all one love, man, you know? So I don't know, you know, I think that's where I'm going to leave it at, you know, unless anybody wants to, you know, I love how you guys, man, you stay on and you just are engaged in everything that I'm saying. And, you know, I hope that, my hope is that, you know, it wakes something up inside of you, you know, that your heart opens and that you see everybody from a lens of love. And realize, man, that everybody is on their own journey, you know, just as I'm experiencing today. And not to get entangled in their journey, because the only thing that it will do, in fact, is create suffering on the both of you. And then what good are you doing for yourself and all of humanity? Nothing. And it could have went so farther left than it actually did for me and my experience. And I'm not ready to talk about it today. on here yet. But it could have gone so much further left than it actually did. And I just kept telling myself to be in my heart, be in my heart. And I could feel my heart opening and cracking open, you know? And I just have so much love for all of us for raising our hand and saying, I'll go, I'll volunteer to be down there at this time. I think that is so courageous and so freaking amazing. And it's beyond anything I could. I mean, you all warriors of light, man. Every single one of you, man, are courageous beings of light for raising your hand and volunteering to come here. It's this time specifically is one of the most challenging times to be here in physical form, because we're doing this in a way that we've never done it before. And yes, our guides and angels, they can see different timelines. They can see all the different timelines. They get a higher perspective. Yes, they can predict certain things, but like at the end of the day, man, they don't know, and no one really knows how things are going to play out, and in what and what timeline humanity is going to choose. Have we reached critical mass? Yes. Will we not go back to where we were before? Yes. But even our guides and angels, man, and the higher dimensional beings, they don't know what timeline humanity, you can't infringe on free will. They don't know what timeline humanity's going to choose as a whole. And that's why there's been so many different predictions in the truther community, the spiritual community, you know, the psychic channeling community. But yet, as you can see, like a lot of it has not really come to fruition because humanity chose a different route. They chose a different road. And this is so unknown for all of us. And that's why I am so adamant about going within and getting the answers and using your inner compass to guide you. Because that is the only thing that is going to lead you and where you're going to receive the most clarity and understanding. And I mean, every time I come on these lives, man, so many of you say you're lost and confused and you don't know what your purpose is. But this is right here is the key. Going within, stillness, letting go of distractions so you can take the time to be alone with yourself. It is so vital right now, man, as we go into 2025, man. The energies are going to be accelerating and amplifying. And yes, there's going to be more people transitioning than ever before. And, you know, again, everything is divinely timed and divinely orchestrated, perfectly perfect, even with what I experienced today. You know, and again, at the end of the day, man, it's all to show us contrast. And yet I have compassion for everyone, man, for everyone. So much love and so much compassion because you don't know what someone is going through. You don't. Till you actually have a conversation with them and you open your ears and listen to what they're going through and how they may be suffering. And maybe then you can potentially even help, you know. I tell you this, man, when my dad was around his last 6 months to a year, I tried, man. I did my darndest to like talk to him, and I kept telling him, man, when you leave your body, you're going to like look back and you're going to see how I was, the things that I was guiding you and telling you that you, I don't even want to say I was right, but I just wish that his ego got out of the way. But again, that's his journey, man. And he tells me all the time now when he's not in human form, you know, how much love he has and how he misses even just hugging someone. And all the things that he was so focused on, like the politics and, you know, just telling me that even his furniture made him happy, you know. And I remember cursing, saying, are you effing kidding me? Like this, you're going to tell me this furniture actually really makes you happy? And it was all his ego, you know, but that was his journey and not for me to judge that, to let him be where he was. But yeah, of course, I wanted to get him to understand. And I know a lot of us who are awake are struggling with that, and how badly you want someone to understand and realize what they're doing and how it's negatively affecting their experience. But you can't do that. It's like when someone's ready, they'll be ready, if they're even ready at all. You know, just like when I used to smoke, it's like everyone tell me to quit. Oh, why aren't you quitting? Why don't you stop? Blah, blah, blah. Nothing could get me to stop until I was good and ready to stop. And yes, it took me a lot of different tries to stop, but it had to be when I was ready. Just like everything else, man, has to be when you're ready, and if you're ready at all in this life, because some people won't be ready until they leave, and maybe it won't happen for another couple of lives, and that's okay. That's their journey, you know. And you can't force your beliefs, your opinion, you trying to change them. But it's not easy either, especially with family or people that you're close to and you have an emotional tie with. And it's like, you just want them to understand and get them to, you know, realize. But again, you know, I tried to tell my dad right up to the point, and I told him when he came out of the reading of the Akashic records, I said, he says, they gave me 3 months. I said, okay, Dad, but if you don't change. He didn't even bat an eye at that, like he would have in 97 when he had cancer, because he was choosing his choice already. He was making his decision, and nobody could stop someone from making a decision. When they're ready to make that decision, they'll make it, you know. And so many of us have so much love for the human experience, and that's why we keep coming back and reincarnating over and over again, because we have so much love for the human experience and for the planet. And you know, we want everybody to understand it and get it and realize it, so that, you know, like, we're not all separate. We're all one. We're all connected. It's like the power of love, and what the power of love can actually do to transform us inside out and this entire planet. But until someone's actually ready, you can't change it. You can't change them. But you can change yourself, which will inevitably change them, because they are just a reflection of you. Everyone is. So you can literally change yourself and change the world by changing yourself. So, okay, guys. Well, thank you, everybody, man, who has joined this live, who's been here this entire time, who is listening, who is taking in and absorbing these. Because listen, it's not only the words that I'm saying. You're receiving activations and codes in these messages as well. And it's no accident that you're here, because there's something in this message that you needed to hear on your journey and your path, man. And I'm so grateful to all of you, man. And I so appreciate every single one of you, man. And I hope that you're getting something out of it beneficial that will help you or assist you in the remembrance of your life here and why you're here and your purpose and your mission. And yeah, I'm gonna, spend a little time in nature and, just reflect and breathe and focus on my heart and, just keep spreading love, man. And just continue to have compassion for everyone and for the planet and for all of humanity, because I really, really do. And that's why I'm here. And that's why all of you are here. All 64 of you are here because of the love you have for humanity and the love you have for the planet and the love you have for the people close to you and the animals and the plants and the trees and the bugs, just everything. You have love for this whole experience because you have partaked in creating it for lifetimes. So that's why so many people are so passionate, because they've invested lifetimes in assisting in creating this place, and the love that you have, it comes from passion, passion for the human experience. So I thank you all again, man, and tap that thumbs up, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're vibing with what you're hearing. I appreciate you all, man, and I hope that you have a fantastic Saturday. And I really appreciate you tapping the thumbs up, and maybe we could get to 50 likes. We're almost there. We're at 47. I'd appreciate if you got something out of it, if you're vibing with me and Luna, to tap the thumbs up and subscribe, and I am truly blessed and grateful to be able to come here and, just share from my heart, because that's where everything that I'm saying here and I've been saying for the past hour and 20 minutes is from my heart, and just for the love I have for all of you, man, and what you do and why you're here and what you chose here to do. And even for the people that are not awake, I have even more love for them because of the for them choosing not to be awake, and how difficult that is. It's not, it's challenging, my friends. It is challenging, and we're all here for it, man. And you know what? That's why we need to all come together and be there for one another and create these communities, these like-minded communities together to build to connect and build our tribe, and just share with love, man. Create with love, create from love. The power of love is so powerful, man. If people only realize how quickly and how fast we can transform this entire planet with the power of love and with the power of us all coming together, we would be, as a human race, unstoppable. And teaching kids from the power of love, and then the kids teaching the adults and their parents, from the power of love, creating from love. It's beyond anything and beyond anything you can imagine. And no matter what you're going through, man, just know you're not alone. Know that we're all in this together. We are one, and we are connected. And just know, man, just know you're not alone, and know that you have the ability to call in your guides and your angels and anything you want, whenever you want, man. So just the best advice I will leave on this live with: put your technology aside, any distractions, and even if you have 5 minutes on your lunch break, close your eyes, breathe, and go within. Do this daily, and you will see the changes and how your life changes and transforms in a better way, and how you react differently, and how you handle different situations differently, how you become more resilient, because you're now connecting with your higher self. And I say this all the time, and I've said this many times: you cannot just reach out to your higher self or your guides or your angel, or ask the universe or pray when you need it. You got to develop a relationship with them, with your higher self, with your guides, with your angels. You got to develop a relationship. It has to be a sacred practice daily, even if it's 5 minutes to connect. Hey, how are you guys doing? I would love to hear from you. I'd love to get a sign from you. Drop into your heart, breathe, connect. The more and more you do it, the more and more your higher self, your guides, your angels will see that you're making an effort and that you want it. Because if you just do it when you need it, they're not going to, they'll help you. But like, it's going to be harder to hear the information. It's going to be harder to get the insights because you have too many distractions. You're not putting it as a priority as some of these other things. And your higher self knows that and sees you making other things more of a priority than you're making the connection with your higher self, your guides, and your angels a priority, if that makes sense. And it's like, if you did that with your partner or your family member or anything, why would they even stick around, man? Or your best friend? They're not going to. They're going to feel you're not making them a priority. Just like your higher self knows and feels you're not making your connection with them a priority. So why do you think you're going to get the information you need when you need it if you're not doing those things and not making and creating a sacred practice? If that makes sense. So wake up earlier if you have to, to create a practice, to connect. Like I do every day, man. I channel every single day, and I've been doing it for months and months and months and months. And I post them on this channel. You guys see them every day, premiering at night. So make it a priority in your life, and they will make a priority. They will make you their priority. I promise you that. So thank you guys so much again, man. I love you all, man, so much. Please subscribe to the channel. Go to www.darenandluna.com/links. Sign up for the free newsletter. We're starting a Starseed group. Join us if you have kids. Come up, join us on Patreon. There's so much more of this on our Patreon, on our TikTok, on our Instagram, and we're building the New Earth School together. And we can't do it without you guys. So I love you all, man. Tap that thumbs up. Thank you for getting us to 50 and 1191 subscribers. Thank you all, man. You guys are so amazing. We're almost at 1,200. We're like 9 subscribers away from 1,200. So I appreciate anybody that subscribes and gets us to 1,200. We're very, very close to that. And thank you for the likes. Thank you for your support. Thank you for hanging around and listening. And I hope that it found you when you needed the message. I love you all, man. Take care. Thank you, Luna, for moderating, and Presley. I love you all. And have a wonderful Saturday, man. I'll see you guys soon.